Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Magic. Today, we're diving into a phenomenon that often goes unnoticed. How the simplest moments can shake the world. The closeness between Jimin and Jungkook, something that should feel natural, has surprisingly triggered extreme reactions from some people. Why can ordinary gestures spark hatred and panic? What really lies behind all the comments, speculations, and accusations that keep surfacing? Stay with us, because in this video, we're uncovering the side of Jikook that often gets overlooked. Calm, genuine, and complete. When Jimin and Jungkook were seen together at the airport, reactions escalated immediately. Negative comments, mockery, and criticism flooded in, as if eyes were waiting for the slightest sign of closeness. In truth, nothing extraordinary happened. No dramatic scenes, no forced interactions. They were simply walking side by side, talking casually, sharing space naturally. A moment that should have gone unnoticed became a source of controversy. The simplicity of their interaction became the problem. The very ordinariness triggered disproportionate hate, especially from fans who seemed unable to accept reality. Ironically, seeing Jikook calm and natural became threatening. Not because they were loud, but because they were too real, too independent, too self-sufficient to require anyone's defense. Extreme reactions often emerge not because the moment is significant, but because a sensitive spot has been touched. Days before, some voices laughed confidently, claiming their ship was the only real one, insisting that Jimin was distant, that closeness had vanished, that everything that ever existed was a memory. They spoke as if they held absolute truth. Then suddenly Jikook appeared. They met, they laughed, they shared moments. The narrative those fans had built began to crack. And that's when reality became uncomfortable. The problem wasn't lack of evidence. It was fear. Fear that reality wouldn't match their belief. If their conviction were solid, they wouldn't panic, attack, or try to force a narrative onto every glance or word. Yet the obsession continues. Some fans invade Jikook's space. Their channels, comments, discussions never intended for them, and scrutinize every tiny detail. The pattern is clear. Jimin becomes the main target. Criticism aimed at him is cruel, disproportionate, and unfair. Harsh comments may be deleted temporarily, but they always return under new accounts, same intentions. These people aren't seeking dialogue. They seek reaction, control, and noise. Their goal isn't to support a favorite pair. It's to deny the existence of another. The intensity of their response reveals uncertainty. If they truly believe Jikook was fabricated, why react so fiercely? Their conviction is fragile. Every small Jikook moment triggers defense, not certainty. Even some Jikook fans contribute unintentionally. Those who claim to love Jikook, but feel threatened when Jimin or Jungkook interact with others are demonstrating conditional support. Jimin and Jungkook owe nothing to anyone. They don't need to limit their relationships to satisfy fan fantasies. If something makes you uncomfortable, the choice is simple. Step back, stop consuming, or stay silent. Spreading toxicity and attacks is unacceptable. Jimin and Jungkook are real humans with real emotions and real relationships. They are not fictional characters whose lives can be dictated. Jikook remains calm, whole, and natural, despite resurfacing speculation that they're rarely seen together now. The reality is that closeness isn't always public. Their bond is measured by comfort, understanding, and shared moments. Small gestures that speak louder than words. A moment at Lisbon Airport, for example, reflects genuine connection. They aren't acting, they are mature, stable, complete. Genuine relationships don't require constant proof. Jikook doesn't need to shout, defend, or convince anyone. They simply exist, calm, natural, and whole. That calmness unsettles some because reality can be too real to accept. Recently, social media has been flooded again with negative discussions involving Jimin and Jungkook. Allegations claimed certain Jimin fans threatened Taeyoung, triggering anger and mass judgment. Yet there's no solid evidence these individuals were genuine fans. Most likely, they were anonymous provocateurs creating chaos for attention, clicks, or followers. This is not new. Major fandoms have long faced people pretending to be fans to create conflict. Dragging Jimin's name sparks instant reaction. When Taeyoung is involved, Jimin often becomes the first target. The pattern repeats. Without evidence or clarification, hate spreads. More worrying is the narrative urging Jimin to leave the group. This disregards the efforts of 7 people who have been together for over a decade. BTS is not just a collection of individuals. It's 7 members supporting, protecting, and growing together. Outsiders have no authority to decide who deserves support. Jimin is known for his kindness and respect. He never intends harm. Accusations against him often contradict reality. Many fail to understand the deep bond between Jimin and Jungkook, a relationship formed over time, shared experiences, and mutual trust, not for public display. Jungkook consistently stands by Jimin. This isn't coincidental but a reflection of deep trust and comfort. Regardless of rumors, public opinion, or speculation, Jungkook shows that their bond matters to him, important enough to protect, nurture, and display naturally. Behind all this lies the emotional impact on the artists. Jimin is sensitive, gentle, and empathetic. He strives to give his best under constant scrutiny. Jungkook, despite being the youngest, demonstrates maturity, protecting the relationships he values. Both deserve respect, not only as artists but as humans with emotions and boundaries. True BTS fans understand that supporting the group means supporting all 7 members equally. BTS's music carries messages of love, unity, acceptance, and resilience. It's contradictory when some fans spread hate and division. The bond between Jimin and Jungkook is marked by strong nonverbal communication. Their eyes instinctively seek each other. Bodies unconsciously lean closer. Small gestures become their private language. Jungkook resting his head on Jimin's shoulder, Jimin adjusting Jungkook's hair. These moments are repeated patterns, not coincidences. In difficult times, their support is even clearer. In Are You Sure?, Jungkook sits silently beside a sad Jimin, giving everything without words. Jimin also senses when Jungkook needs calm. This bond is authentic, built through time, attention, and care. What can we take from all this? Jikook remains calm, natural, and genuine. Even amidst noise and speculation, they aren't acting, don't defend themselves, and live their relationship authentically. As true fans, our support isn't limited to one moment or one member. It's for the reality of their relationship, the loyalty, and the bond they've nurtured over years. Let's respect that, and let Jimin and Jungkook remain whole in their own world. If you agree, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to continue following Jikook Magic. See you in the next video.